Mystery, suspense, allure, all can be summoned with a veil. The flow of the veil is one of the most beautiful aspects of belly dancing.
Drape the veil over your shoulder, an equal amount falling front and back. Grasp the edge of back portion. Gather it in both hands about 3/4 of the way down, and tuck it into your belt at the hip. Repeat the gathering with the front part of the veil, working carefully with the tips of the fingers. And tuck this second gathering alongside the first. This is the proper veil arrangement to begin the dance. Now, remove the veil. By sliding your hand under the veil to the front tuck, grasping the edge just above the tuck. Pull upwards to remove. Now turn with the arm extended overhead. With other hand, grasp second tuck and spin as you pull upward. Normal pivot turn footwork. The veil is now free and held with about 2 arms length of fabric between the hands. The butterfly move. While the feet do crossover steps, your arms circle vertically, alternating out to the side and then across the body. The basic spin. One hand circles counterclockwise back to front, and the other hand does the same. The asymmetrical spin. One hand up, your other hand outstretched, spin. Now let's put these veil moves into a dance pattern. Do a slow side-to-side sway. Remove the front tuck and spin. Stop now in the hip lift position and do 8 counts of climbing the stairs. Remove the second tuck and spin. Your veil is now free. Step forward and do 4 butterfly steps. Now stop and do 2 lateral ribcage circles. And then 2 large hip circles. Finally, perform the asymmetrical spin, and then drop the veil.
Floor work accentuates those sensuous moves that belly dancing is famous for. So let's take some of the things we've learned standing up and try them on the floor.
Most floor moves are done to slow music. First, make your descent. Lower the body to one knee and extend the other leg straight back. Then, bow forward from the hips and do a front arm cross. Then, straighten up, continuing the arm cross. Now, cross hands to frame a head slide. Hands on hips, perform vertical ribcage circles. The same moves we've already learned, but without the leverage now of the body weight balanced on 2 feet. Aided by your hand, lower your body to the side with your leg bent under. Lean on elbow, straighten leg, and reach. And reach back, and reach forward, and reach back again. Balanced on your elbow, you can do the same belly rolls you learned in Chapter 8. Now stretch forward again. and back, and forward, and back. Pushing off with your hand, return to your knees and repeat belly rolls. Shoulder shimmy as you rise.
You know the basic shimmy. Now it's time to learn how to combine the shimmy movement with various dance steps. A little shimmy here and there adds a spicy accent to your belly dance.
Begin with basic hip shimmy. The side-to-side shimmy. Shift your hips slowly back and forth. Keep relaxed so the shimmy doesn't tense up. Pivot your foot heel to toe. Then feel your weight shift gradually through your whole body. We are now combining two different steps, the side-to-side sway and the hip shimmy. The hip circle shimmy. Use the same balance technique, the same shimmy momentum, but now we circle. Shift weight to side, back, side, and front. The hip lift shimmy. Begin basic shimmy by shifting your weight while continuing to shimmy in a hip lift position, and relax. Basic shimmy movement continues unchanged into the hip lift. Keep heel high. Relax hip and drop your weight onto both feet. The single hip shimmy circle. While you shimmy, go to the hip lift position and make a circle. Up, front, down, back, and up. As the knee comes forward, the heel gets higher. Here, the hips are guiding the circle, not the legs. The dance pattern. Begin basic shimmy for 16 counts. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Do 4 side-to-side shimmies, 4 counts each. Now hip shimmy circle. Do 2 circles, 8 counts each circle. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stepping back, do 3 shimmy walks. The hip lift bounce for a total of 8 counts. For the single hip shimmy circle, perform 2 circles for 8 counts each. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once again, do 3 shimmy walks. Then the hip lift bounce for 8 counts. And single hip shimmy circles, the first circle and the second circle, 8 counts each. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 shimmy walks back, then a 1-count pause. Once again, 4 side-to-side shimmies, 4 counts each. Basic hip shimmy for 6 counts, then freeze.
far, we've been looking at the art of belly dancing in tantalizing fragments. Now it's time to put all the movements together. So, let's belly dance.
In this chapter, we'll do a whole belly dance that's put together exactly from the dance patterns you've learned. If you've accomplished chapters 3 through 11, you have already done the following complete dance. The hip lift circle, lift step, side to side sway, and the crossover. Hip lift circle, lift step, side to side sway, and crossover. Hip lift circle again, and the lift step. Side to side sway, and the crossover. Spin and pose. Veil removal and spin. Climbing the stairs. And spin. The butterfly. Basic spin. Lateral rib cage circle. And hip circle. Asymmetrical spin. Thousand petal lotus. Back bend. Side step, head slide. Curves knee to you. And head slide. Front to back figure 8. Back to front figure 8. The Maya. Belly rolls. Front to back sways. Go down. Front arm cross. Head slide. Rib cage circle. Drop and reach. Belly rolls. Reach, return. Shoulder shimmy rising. Basic shimmy walking back. Side step shoulder shimmy. Shoulder shimmy dip. Turn, hip shimmy. Shoulder shimmy. Turn, repeat. Turn front, 3 shoulder shimmies. Basic shimmy. Side to side shimmy. Hip circle shimmy. Shimmy step back. Single hip circle shimmy. Shimmy walk forward. Hip circle shimmy. Shimmy walk back. Side to side shimmy. Basic shimmy and freeze. Pivot turn. Reverse turn. Hip circle side step with accent. Paisley turn and dips. Paisley easily turn and dips. Climbing stairs, hands behind back, turn. The grapevine step. Pivot turn. And bow.
A unique beginning and ending can add excitement to your dance. Here are 4 choices, from first entrance to grand finale.
One possible entrance, make a big first impression. Wake up your audience. Be exuberant, vocal, and loud. Or enter quietly with mystery. Instead of saying, "Here it is," tease your audience into guessing what will be. Then unveil yourself and let them see. Now it's party time. Invite the audience to start clapping along with you. Once they do, you have them in the palms of your hands, so to speak. And we can enter in the usual modern style, neither exuberant nor mysterious, offering no extreme personality, but like the music itself, abstract, graceful, technical, calling attention only to the dance form to come. Exits are as varied as entrances. The music dictates the style. Here's a quiet exit, a soft way of saying goodbye. Spin and stop on a dime. Kiss the boys goodbye and keep the party going. Again, the cool, elegant, simple ending. Now stay with the music as it plays you off for a second small bow. Or end with the ultimate surprise, the Turkish drop. Feeling the music is essential to your performance. Close your eyes. Focus on each instrument. Try to listen to each separate sound. The oud is the main Middle Eastern stringed instrument. Hear the vibrations only these strings can provide. The oud is melody. And the flute is even more melodic. An emotional, melancholy sound, a human instrument, played by the breath itself, not just the fingers. The liquid notes suggest the graceful curves of the arms and upper torso. The bass, it deepens and softens the rhythm. We relate to it more from the waist down. If the arms and hands go with the melody, the hips and legs go with the bass rhythm. The dancer needs a rhythm for movement. This is provided mostly by the drum, called here the dumbek. And the bell tree, like the drum and the bass, but higher pitched, it's another accent, another dimension of the basic rhythm. Now allow your whole body to be moved by these sounds. And imagine yourself as a dancer, no longer a student. You're now entitled to this freedom. Respond gracefully to what you feel around you. And that's how belly dancing can make you feel better about yourself.
Belly dancing is an ancient art. What we've been learning is a flamboyant cabaret style. Coming up are some examples of the ethnic style. Its traditions are wrapped in age-old rites and celebrations.
This is a Persian folk dance, feminine and delicate. At first, it was performed in groups of mixed couples, and so its tone remains flirtatious. The ancient dance accentuates the graceful hand, head, and arm movements, which Tanya herself taught us in Chapter 7. The costume, as you can see, does not lend itself to hip movements. In ancient times, when women waited at the well for water, they carried jugs on their heads. And while they waited, they danced, without dropping the jug. In the line up at the well, some dancers perform better than others. And this is one historical source for the body isolation that is such an important technique in today's belly dancing. Once again, dance imitates life. In this Turkish karşılama, Saida displays the vigorous vertical movement typical of the Turkish style. In contrast to much of what we have learned thus far, the weight is almost always on the balls of the feet. Yet we see here the origins of some steps, foundations, for instance, for the shimmy walk and the paisley turn. We also see the possibilities for some new steps, and they will come later with a certain flourish in the final dance in Chapter 18.
Effective costuming adds allure to your performance. It can reveal, conceal, or frame your movements. The still frames coming up offer some practical ways to design your costume.
We've come a long way in our time together. Now we're about to see some of the things you've learned and some that are new. So watch closely. There may be something to add to your own belly dance. We offer this final dance as an inspiration and celebration.
And so we come full circle, which means you have not come to an end, but continue going round with your video disc. Keep watching and listening, keep practicing, always improving, and we wish you all happy belly dancing.